Hey guys! Welcome to the Haunted Beauty Diaries podcast. I'm your host, Annisa Bryan, and we have an exciting lineup for this week's episode. First, I'll follow the cool makeup trend, which is often associated with winter aesthetics. I'll put my own spin on it, creating a glowy base with cool tones using blue and gray shades. Earlier this season, we talked about why I've lost inspiration for makeup. Today, we'll dive deeper into that. I finally watched Wicked and loved seeing the diversity in casting, disability inclusion, plus size visibility, and the overall aesthetic of the film. I'll share more about my reviews and messages it delivered and the LGBTQ awareness it highlights. We'll also touch on Ariana Grande, hinting that Glinda might be in the closet. Next, we'll explore the history of haunted dolls. We'll dive into Robert the Doll's story. On the beauty front, did you know that Lili Reinhart has their own skincare line? Plus, Her Beauty has launched a new peaches scent and added new items to their body collection. If you want to see how this makeup look turns out, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so you never miss a video. Engaging with this video really helps support me and keeps this podcast going. Lately, I've been feeling like I've completely given up on my appearance. I used to care so much about self-care, waking up, getting dressed, washing my face, fixing my hair, and putting on makeup was my routine. Now I just don't care. I don't buy skincare products anymore because I can't afford them. I can't remember the last time I treated myself to a new eyeshadow palette, lipstick, or even basic things like hair gel. I miss shopping, just being able to buy something for myself and take care of me. A new lotion from Rare Beauty or a perfume from Ariana Grande would be amazing, but I've stopped thinking about those things. I've given up. Makeup used to be fun for me. I'd sit for hours blending colorful eyeshadows while listening to music, completely lost in the moment, but I don't do that anymore. I love having a bare face now. I can't even remember the last time I picked up a brush for myself. I'd put on bright eyeshadow or lipstick and feel good, but everything I loved doing came with a cost. Whenever I wore makeup, I'd always hear the same comments. Where are you going? You're putting on makeup just to sit at home? It feels like a never-ending cycle of judgment. Eventually, I just gave up. Now, I'll go out with a bare face, not care about combing my hair or ignore the booger in my eye because I think, what's the point? I think this might be a form of depression, and I'll dive deeper into that later in the episode. I've been dealing with writer's block for what feels like forever. I've mentioned it in previous episodes, but I'm still stuck on chapter 1 and just can't seem to move past it. I know exactly how I want it to sound, but when I try to put it into words, it just doesn't match my vision. So that's what's holding me back. I end up rephrasing and paraphrasing every single day, unable to simply write without overthinking. Let me know if you ever experienced this too. I had so many topics planned for an episode right after Halloween. I wanted to talk about the Switch Witch, do a fall makeup look inspired by Pinterest, and even had a creepypasta ready to go. But after Halloween, I was completely drained. October was the best month I've ever had, and it went by so quickly. I hate that I couldn't film an episode. I was so ready to write the script and had everything planned out, but whenever I sat down to type, I'd end up doing something else more productive, like cleaning or exercising. I decided to take a mental health break, and now I'm back, only to realize that I'm still dealing with depression. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Anyway, for the first subject in today's episode, we'll dive into the history of haunted dolls and other eerie items. Why do YouTubers buy haunted objects and willingly bring them into their homes? Is it just for content? Do they dispose them eventually or keep them long term? What's the purpose of owning something so unsettling? If you're curious, To learn more, stay tuned. Why do YouTubers collect haunted items? When did haunted objects go so mainstream that you can buy them online or in stores? Why do people willingly bring something so eerie into their homes? Do they keep them forever or toss them after the thrill wears off? I wish I had a guest to dive into this, but maybe later this season we'll get deeper into the history of haunted dolls. I remember almost buying a haunted doll on eBay. For a second, I was totally influenced. But then I stopped myself. Why would I want to bring that into my home? For the thrill of seeing its head turn? For the eerie feeling of being watched, or worse, hearing footsteps in the middle of the night? And then what? Post a video with a title like "A Demon Lives in This Chair I Bought," and a thumbnail with a fake shock face? Sure, you might go viral, but then you're stuck with it. Do you keep it or toss it? I couldn't do it. My first introduction to haunted dolls was Slappy, the ventriloquist dummy from R.L. Stein's Goosebumps. That series shaped my childhood, books, TV, movies, and even a recent reboot in 2024, which I liked. Then I discovered Chucky, the first Child's Play movie. Incredible. The sequels? Fun, but the TV show? Not so much. The recent season from 2023 was a mess, in my opinion. Bad acting, annoying characters, and way too focused on being woke with forced politics and slang. It just didn't work for me. But the movies? Love them. Then haunted dolls became a whole trend. YouTubers started collecting them, showing them off in halls, and diving into the creepy backstories. Of course, there's Annabelle, the infamous Raggedy Ann doll, locked in a glass cage at the Warrens Museum. That doll is said to be so dangerous, it's behind warnings and locks. Then there's Robert the doll, who allegedly inspired Chucky. Unlike Slappy, Robert is real and his story is wild. Robert was made in the early 1900s and gifted to a boy named Robert Eugene Otto, nicknamed Gene. Gene and Robert had an unusual bond. Gene talked to the doll like it was alive, and his parents claimed to hear someone responding. Strange things started happening. Furniture moved, items went missing, and neighbors swore they saw Robert in the window when no one was home. Jean kept Robert into adulthood, but his wife hated the doll. Visitors claimed Robert's expression would change, and some even heard him giggle. Today, Robert is locked in a glass cage in Key West, Florida. Visitors have to ask for his permission to take photos or risk a string of bad luck. Letters of apology covered his case, people begging for forgiveness after breaking the rules. Would I visit Robert? Absolutely. But first, I'd hit the church, get anointed with holy water, and make sure I'm spiritually covered. Then I'd ask for permission, take a selfie, and pray I don't get cursed. I'm already planning the trip. There's so much more to uncover about haunted dolls, but I'll save that for another episode, maybe with a guest. For now, let's move on to my review of the new movie Wicked. I went to the movies to watch Wicked knowing absolutely nothing about it. I didn't know the history, the Broadway show, the music, nothing. And honestly, I loved it. I enjoyed every single moment of it. That said, I still can't believe I spent $60 on just two tickets. These days, you need at least $150 in your pocket to go to the movies because popcorn combos alone are over $30 thanks inflation. But honestly, Wicked was worth it. I'd go see it again in a heartbeat. Some messages in the movie really stood out to me. For example, the animals in the film had voices. Literally, They spoke and were professors at the school, but then their voices were taken away, leaving them as ordinary animals. They couldn't teach anymore, and they were fired from their jobs. That really struck a chord because it reflects what's happening in society right now. We're fighting for our rights, just like they were in the movie. Sense is Glinda. She's born rich and lives a very privileged life. Meanwhile, Elphaba is born green and faces rejection from birth. Her family essentially disowns her because she's different. Her sister, on the other hand, is in a wheelchair and becomes the family's pride and joy, while Elphaba is forced to take care for her. Elphaba is constantly judged for being green, and people automatically assume she's evil, even though she's actually a really good person. I don't want to give away too much because I can't explain the whole movie without spoiling it, but I loved how it tackled themes like diversity and inclusion. The casting was so refreshing with representation for disability, plus size visibility, and the LGBTQ community. The songs were great too. Overall, I give the movie a solid 10 out of 10. Now, I do have one critique. There was this big, extravagant number where Glinda and Elphaba go to visit the wizard. It was loud, over the top, and way too long for me. Don't get me wrong, the aesthetics, choreography, and singing were amazing, but it dragged on for about half an hour. The whole sequence was supposed to be the climax of the film, but I honestly would have taken a bathroom break during it. Speaking of Glinda, Ariana Grande hinted at her character's sexuality during an interview on the Wicked promo tour. She said Glinda might be a little in the closet, and honestly, I believe it. In fact, I'm convinced Ariana is in the closet herself, so edits online definitely hint at it. On screen, the chemistry between Glinda and Elphaba is so valid, so you can't help but wonder if they experiment with being a couple if the timing were right. Ariana and Cynthia Rifo's real life relationship also adds a layer of depth to their characters. Their friendship is so heartfelt. The way they hold hands, cry together, and show physical affection during interviews almost comes off as romantic. If you didn't know who they were and just stumbled across the interviews, you might assume they were a couple. The genuine connection made the movie feel so special. And yes, Glinda being in the closet is valid. The original Wicked books have a lot of queer undertones. Plus, Cynthia is a black queer woman who's incredibly well respected. Who knows? Maybe they've even experimented in real life. The edits online certainly make you think so. But don't watch them unless you're ready to fall down the rabbit hole. You'll never get enough of them. All in all, Wicked is a must watch. Even with the over the top wizard scene, it's an incredible movie with important messages, stellar performances, and a lot of heart. I definitely recommend it to anyone. I haven't worn makeup since the end of October on Halloween. At first, I thought it was just to let my skin breathe, but I've realized that I generally love having a bare face. I've also stopped taking care of myself like I used to. I used to wake up, shower, wash my face, do my skincare, and put on makeup every single day. Even if it wasn't a bold, colorful look, I'd do something simple. Brown eyeshadow, eyeliner, and lipstick, or just gloss. I always made an effort, but now I've stopped doing even the bare minimum. A big reason for that is money. I can't afford skincare or makeup products like I used to. I used to be subscribed to BoxyCharm, spending over $80 a month on full size products. I'd shop regularly, grabbing serums, cleansers, and whatever I needed from the drugstore. I love taking care of myself, not for anyone else, but because it made me feel good and helped me get through the day. Things are different now. prices feel ridiculous. $50 for one product ends up costing me $70 with shipping. And supporting small businesses, as much as I'd love to, most don't ship to Canada. And if they do, customs charges makes it unaffordable. It's frustrating, especially since we're so close to the US. Why can't we have the same access? Instead of spending on makeup, I'm investing in myself in other ways. I've committed to the gym with a year-long personal training contract, and that takes up most of my budget. When that's done and I've reached my goals, I have big plans. A trip to the nail salon for a full manicure set, getting my hair done with a sleek weave, and taking an everything shower in my mom's jacuzzi, exfoliating, shaving, the works. I'll do my makeup just for me, order a movie, and have a self care day at home with snacks. For now, though, I've had to let makeup go. I'd rather let my skin breathe than pile on products just to sit in bed all day. My mom always said I was wasting makeup by doing that, and now I kind of see her point. It doesn't make sense to use products I can't replace. My collection is old anyway, discontinued palettes, expired foundations, and broken eyeshadows. I've kept some sentimental pieces like a box of makeup gifted by my friend Juliana Maria on TikTok. She didn't have to send me that, but it meant so much. I do throw out makeup when it's clearly expired, like when foundation changes color or serums start to gunk up. I also toss broken palettes with loose hinges or shattered mirrors. What's left might look a lot, but it's really just the bare minimum now. I miss shopping for beauty products and adding things to my cart without stressing about the cost. I used to post my looks on Instagram daily, tagging brands and using hashtags. It was fun to get a little exposure, but it's hard to grow a platform when your content doesn't reach people. My post barely gets likes, mostly from my cousins, and my analytics are low. I still love makeup. I used to scroll the explore page for inspiration from talented artists. Now my feed is full of random videos, and the tutorials I crave don't get pushed unless they feature new products. It feels like the beauty industry is more about selling than teaching. Overconsumption is exhausting. Every day there's a new launch or trend, and it's overwhelming. I'd rather focus on what adds value to my life, like writing and exercising, than trying to keep up with trends that don't matter in the long run. At the end of the day, I'd love for my makeup looks to be appreciated, recreated, and noticed. But the lack of engagement makes it hard to stay motivated. That's why I've stepped back from makeup and focus on things that truly benefit me. Let me know if you can relate. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Did you know that Lili Reinhart just launched a new skincare line? Yes, another celebrity skincare brand, but this one feels different. It gives a fresh, clean girl aesthetic vibes with its bright green and white packaging. The line is specifically designed for acne prone skin. It's dermatologist approved and it already has lots of great reviews. What makes this one stand out is that Reinhardt herself has acne prone skin and she's not afraid to show it. She's done her homework, paying close attention to the ingredients, and she knows what works. Plus, she's all about taking care of herself, treating her skin with luxurious facials and thoughtful routines. I think it's worth checking out. Who knows, it might be perfect for your skin. I'm planning to try out their starter package myself since everything seems fairly priced, unlike some other celebrity brands that can be over the top. I'll have the company link below, so after this video, make sure to take a look. Oh, and speaking of celebrity beauty brands, Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez just dropped new additions to their body collection. They've released a new peach theme body cream and a hair and body mist to match. You can find them both at Sephora. Definitely check it out if you're into those fresh, fruity vibes. Hey guys, I just wanted to take a moment to shamelessly plug my social media since I'm the sponsor of this week's episode. First off, make sure to check out my official website, AnnisaBryan.com, where I post entertainment news and pop culture articles. I stay up to date with everything about my favorite singers, Selena Gomez, Camila Cabello, Ariana Grande, and Sabrina Carpenter, and I write daily on anything trending in media. I also have multiple pages on YouTube under my name, Annisa Bryan. I've got a channel where I post covers, my own renditions of songs by my favorite artists, a makeup tutorial channel for beauty content, a vlog channel where I share my everyday life. Don't forget to check out my fan fiction on Wattpad under Selena Fan 101. And if you're on TikTok, follow me at glam.anissa, where I post consistently. I've got everything linked below, so be sure to check it all out. Oh, and I'm trying to reach 1,000 followers on Instagram by the end of the year, so go follow me at Annisa Bryan. Thanks for the support, it means the world. So that's it for today's episode. We talked about the latest Wicked movie, interviews, and my review of the film, my self-reflection on why I no longer wear makeup, and how life has been lately, the eerie history of haunted dolls, with a focus on Robert's doll, Lili Reinhart's new skincare line for acne-prone skin, and Rare Beauty's latest fragrance and body collection. If you made it to the end, comment your makeup look is wicked, so I know you stayed. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more episodes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!